Hi Autumn, this is Susan. I just finished watching your video and I'm just going to be giving you my critique. First, let me just compliment you on the opening of the speech. I thought that it had a wonderful emotional appeal. I felt myself pulled into the story. I could envision the little girl in the big empty warehouse being by herself. In fact, it enticed me so much that I was almost waiting to hear that little girl was me and then where this was going to lead to. It did not, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but that's how much emotional appeal it had for me, kind of pulling me in there. And I believe, so the pathos side of it, the emotional appeal, was really strong in the beginning. Regarding logos and the logic, I thought you did a very good job of finding the statistics. I could tell that you did your homework with the speech, relating how childhood trauma goes into addiction issues and how that can, and the psychiatric issues and how all that gets tied together, and what a detriment that can be to society when they get up and get older as adults, and how that impacts them. I thought you did a really good job of bringing that to the surface. The credibility piece is probably the piece that I struggled with a little bit. You did mention there was an organization you were talking about in the end of it. I should have wrote it down. And you were referencing as we. You would say, we do this, or we. And so I felt that you were part of this organization. And I can only imagine if it's an organization where there's childhood trauma and you're raising funds or you're doing something to benefit little kids. An 8-year-old boy, I think, was one reference you give. Was there any interesting stories or experience that you had that would really lean towards the credibility piece? Not that you didn't build credibility regarding your homework, like I could tell that you did a good job on that, but the credibility as far as selling the persuasion of it, like what was your experience? And if you were in this charity, because you kept saying we, maybe it was fictional, I don't know, but if something tells me it wasn't, but if it wasn't, was there any personal story that you had that would really give towards, this is why you should listen to me, because this is how I was impacted, or this is how this makes me feel to belong to this organization. I've got a story of, whatever. I don't know, that was the only thing that stood out to me. I thought your pace was excellent. I could hear you clearly. I kind of chuckled at your audience. You must have had trouble getting a few adults. Sometimes our schedules are crazy. No, but overall, I thought it was an excellent speech, and I love the fact that you didn't refer to notes. Maybe you had something on the side you were glancing at, but if you were, I couldn't tell. And I really love that fact, because I think for this type of speech and for the length of the speech and what we had to provide, to not have to use the notes was something that meant that you had to practice that over and over and over. So overall, Autumn, very good job. I've enjoyed watching your videos, and I can tell that you are a very sweet, dedicated student, and I wish the best for you. Thanks.